So, millennial pause. I'd like to talk to you about despair. I've had my fair share of despair for a number of years now. I've given in to despair, like the Bible says not to. It's difficult to discuss, I think, because I feel like I should be a good Christian. I should be jolly and joyful and at peace and somewhat sanctified. And I don't think I've ever really felt sanctified. I think, for me anyway, it's been a process for many years now of being in the fire, you know. And it's not that I don't think I should be, because I should be. I should be mature. I don't know. What does maturity look like? What is a contrite heart, Lord? What is worldly sorrow? And what is godly sorrow? And you were the man of sorrows, Lord, on this earth. But it was for the joy set before you that you endured the cross. So is that what it is? It's the joy set before us? That's why we endure. All these baby locusts. It's a whole bunch of them. I've had my fair share of locusts. That's something you can't really control. Or at least you can't. I don't know. I've tried to catch them. There have been times I got a bucket full and dumped them off on the other side of the valley on our land. But you can resist them. They keep coming back. They're probably easier to solve when they're small. Like that little patch of them now. But the locusts have had their way with my life. They really have. I don't think there's much left of me, to be honest. It feels like I've been hanging on by a thread for a long time, and the truth is, I'm still standing. God has never let me down. The plane. It's behind the clouds. He's never abandoned me. Although it's felt that way at times. That's the thing about despair. It feels like God has abandoned you. It feels like everyone has rejected you. And somehow, though you know it's not possible, it feels as though God has rejected you as well. And then there's just despair. Because it seems like there's nothing left, and there really isn't sometimes, you know. Especially when it's been years of the same thing and the same kind of situation keeps playing out, the same battles keep getting lost. You don't overcome, you know. maybe some of you do overcome, and it's different then, and that's admirable. I wouldn't applaud you because I'm sure that's not what you want, but that is honorable, and it's not that I don't know how to overcome, right? It's by the blood of the Lamb and the word of my testimony. That is how you overcome. But it's like, no matter how many times you go through it, you keep failing. You don't rise above it. I don't know what to do with that, Lord. I feel like I've been in that place all my life. At least for as long as I've been trying to resist the devil. It doesn't feel like he ever flees. It doesn't seem as though he does. But you know something God told me the other day about those 3 fields that I was telling you about in a previous video that I didn't upload because it was too sad and all over the place. But there are 3 fields on the other side there, and I had a dream that correlated to them. God was speaking to me about them for a while. They're planted now and they're growing. And a couple weeks ago, I walked down to the bottom of our drive, and I was sitting there and I was looking out over the fields, and I saw like a rolled up hose pipe, and also just took note that they were growing really well because I watched them plow the land, and then I watched them plant it, and then it just sat for a long time, a few months. And then as I was looking at them, I was thinking about how they were growing, and God asked me, who tends to them? Who looks after them? And I thought, well, the owners of the field. And then he showed me something of, even though my heart feels like it's been plowed open and hard ground has been broken and it's not been easy, and I suppose it's hot there and it's difficult and things, but even in all my falling short and all my failures, God has given the growth. He has tended to my field. He has watered it because it belongs to Him. So He's the one who does it. I feel like I've just fallen a million miles short. I feel like I can't even try, or I haven't even tried. And by fault of my own, it feels like despair. But even in that, God is faithful. And that's the truth. That is the truth. That is the thread that I hold on to. Even in despair, even in failure, even in long suffering, God is able. I am not. I know that. At least I've seen the end of myself. Whether I've come to it, I don't know. But grace is a very difficult lesson to learn. At least it was for me. To know that it really is not in you. Whatever growth you have, it's only grace. Whatever maturity you think you've reached, it's only grace. Because given the wrong circumstances, and you'll go through all of it again. You'll do it all over again. You'd make that same mistake. The Bible says that even the elect would fall away if God didn't shorten the days at the end, that even the elect would be led astray or something like that. So he knows our threshold. He knows how far we can be tested, and he is kind to us always. All of it is grace. All of it is grace. Should we ever think that we are able in and of ourselves, we will fall. As soon as you stand up and, like Nebuchadnezzar, you declare that it's you who did it, even if just in your heart, the best thing God can do for you is let you fall. I want to show you that really pretty bush over there. It's got bright yellow flowers. See? It's glowing. Pretty. Anyway, it's probably time to go home. This is our pump house. We get our water from out the ground. There's a lot of water here. You can probably tell with all the trees. Maybe the thing is just to become completely dependent on God. Not to give in to despair, but to let go of everything else but Him and just hold on by that thread, that you may come to know what power there is in that thread. That is Jesus. Maybe that's the point of despair, or at least facing it and not giving in. Because who was it? Paul, who said that in that he's learned he can endure all things, and how to be content in all things, because they were bruised but not crushed, broken but not crushed. They were anyway, I won't put this online. These videos, I wish I had joy to give you. I wish I could tell you how good my God is and mean it, because it's true. Because He is so good. Even when it's really hard to see that. I don't have anything to give, Lord. I'm really at the end of this road now. I feel like an idiot. I don't think I can do this any longer. Anyway, it's not in me. It's in God. It's in Jesus. That's who is going to do it. I know you will, Lord. And I do praise you. Even if with a sigh, I do praise you. Alright. Anyway, nice to chat.